What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Undialed. I know this video has been highly anticipated, so welcome to part 3 of building this mega ramp. It is completed now. It is finally done. I'm really stoked to show you guys how I built this ramp with Clayton. But before we do that, we're gonna go to PetSmart. Is it PetSmart or PetSmart?
So we came to PetSmart. We're gonna get this little guy so the fish feel right at home. A little house for them to sleep in. So these rocks actually match the section that the fish tank is going in. So we decided that we're gonna mix these together and also include some rocks. And we got this gravel vacuum thing.
It's a vacuum cleaner. We've arrived back from PetSmart and we got our little ornaments right here for the fish tank. All right, the first step is we're gonna put the rocks in. Looks like nerds. A lot of rocks.
Ooh, pretty.
And now we have ornament number 1.
Ooh. And then next, I figured we could put the broken little barrel dudes. Push it in just a little bit. And then we got their little castle. And then this dude, right in there.
That looks pretty dang good. We also got these little rocks right here. I'm gonna put them in.
All right, let's fill her up.
Let her rip.
Let her rip.
Is it like hot water? Yeah, it's like so hot.
We're swimming on into PetSmart to get, guess what? Fish. What you think, Will?
I think this is pretty sick. Lots of little fishies. So there's still a few little sections in here that I need to go through and screw down. Before I apply the sealant down to the actual table, I need to dust it off first. All right, now it is time to apply sealant. It's like silicone sealant. Basically, I tried using it on little log ledges over there, but it didn't work out very well, so I actually had to use wood filler. It'll work great for this surface because in theory what we're doing right now is we are just making sure that everything is just kind of flush. So when I apply the other piece of wood, there's no like holes or gaps where a wheel could break through the next layer of wood. Looking pretty good. Get some more of this extra sealant right here. Down. Alright, so it's all sealed up right now, as you can see. Alright folks, so I've let the sealant dry. Take a look at it. And now I'm going to put some more sealant in it, but this time I'm going to be using wood filler to do all little nicks and crannies. And also, before I do that, I'm going to go through and trim and sand everything that I need to do before I apply the final sheet of wood. So let's do it. This is too much work. wood. I'll be doing this in a few sections, and it's kind of like filler, except it's a little bit more, turns more solid than this like rubbery stuff. So let's do it. And it smells like cat pee. There's been a part of the skate park that I've been neglecting, and it's this top quarter pipe up here. Oh, I'm about to fall. But basically this guy right here, so I need to do this. Well, there you go. I'm definitely out of focus, but now it's time to add a top layer of wood to this. Ciao. Hot glue gun wasn't even plugged in. It says it's 14 feet.
That should be fine.
Should be fine.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get to work.
Oh,
Whoa!
it worked.
Whoa!
The internet said we could do that. I didn't think it was actually gonna work.
So shout out to the tree right here. Gave us some wood. Now we're gonna use it as our mat. So right here we have a really thin piece of wood. This is like, I think it's like 1/100th of an inch thick or something. These sheets of wood is what we're gonna basically cover the whole skate park with. We're only gonna be using a fraction of the wood right now, but we have this super beautiful maple right here. And then we also have this very beautiful sapple quarter. We have a really nice sapple quarter. I don't know what a sapple quarter is, but it's nice and striped. It kind of looks like a zebra.
It's a wood zebra. Look how stoked he is.
Go give him a hug.
Are you ready to put the rep on? It's gonna be crazy, let's go.
It wouldn't be a ramp video without me hurting myself.
It's not. But where do you stab yourself?
Yummy.
So the next thing we're gonna be using is contact cement. And what it is for is to put wood on wood, so you don't have to use any nails or staples or anything. So the whole ramp, as you can tell from when we were cutting it, it's gonna look like that. but just completely solid. So first we gotta glue this baby down, let it sit for like 15 minutes, and then we gotta glue it down again, and then wait till it gets to like a vinyl sticker material type thing, and then we literally stick the wood right on, and it acts as a sticker. So we're literally making a wood sticker right now, so. Don't get this on your clothes, dude. No, it's on the floor. As I'm saying, don't get on anything.
Yep.
Do you guys want to see my glue spider? I have a glue spider, and it is all over my hand.
So we just glued the entire skate park. It looks very, very nice. We have to do one more coat, and then we put on the wood.
So we went in to buy this wood, and I didn't know this was even a thing, but they have a edge trimmer. So flawless.
If y'all were curious, this is where the other fingerboard table is, instead of just sitting in the other room. Let me give you a little brief update on everything that has happened. So, last night we glued down the sheets of wood. They look very nice. Unfortunately, you can see that there's actually a little seam right here, and I actually did not want any seams in the skate park at all. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing today is I'm actually going to be covering up these seams up right here. Also, I need to go through and trim some of this wood. I know you saw Clayton trimming a little bit of it last night, but I need to get trim like right there, right there, right there, and up top. So I'm going to do that. Alright, so I got that quarter pipe trimmed off. It looks really nice now. Except for this ugly seam. I'm gonna end up covering that up because that just looks so bad. But as a quarter pipe, it looks really good. And now, I'm going to sand it. So I've applied the wood filler all throughout the skate park, so all the little nicks and crannies are now filled. As you can see, I've filled this entire section down here and a little bit up here, filled the gap up here, and yeah, it's looking really good so far. So for the next section, I'm going to be making the top little parts and just little accents throughout the skate park. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting out a 13-inch wide by, I'm going to say like 24 just to be safe, and I'm going to use that for most of the sections in the skate park. So watch me as I go. Alright, so I got it marked out right now. Time to cut it. Got my sheet. So then in theory, this will go just right here. So all the sanding, everything has been done. It's looking pristine right now. It's looking real nice. And then up here as well. Ooh. Filled up this little gap. That quarter pipe is covered in wood filler, but it still looks nice. It's time to paint. So the next step is creating some brown paint to match this color. So I can fill all the little sections that I've used wood filler on that are going to be in the wood sections. So that way it just matches up really nicely. I'm going to be using a combination of these 3 paint colors. I have a nice tan, like a really light tan color, a little bit darker of a brown color, and then I have white. So hopefully I can make the perfect color. Alright, so it looks like a pile of poop right now, but this is the right color that we're going to be using. I used a combination of dark brown, brown, and some lighter tans. Woo! I have applied the brown paint to the skate park. You can see it right here. But I'm gonna let this dry overnight. So I'll see you tomorrow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now the next day. As you can see, the paint has dried. It looks great, went on so well, pristine. I'm so hyped about this. And then up here, it all looks good. The next step now is to tape it up. The tape that I'm gonna be using is just this like super thin red tape. Here we go. Alright boys, it's time to paint. The paints that I'm going to be using are this nice magenta color and also this deep violet color. So I'm using these to basically repaint this like whole wall. It looks kind of eh. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make trim for the entire skate park with this pink color. Just saw me remove this little top of the rail. It's a tight enough fit where I don't actually have to screw it in and it stays in place. But right now I'm going to paint it orange so it matches the other rails in the park. So So I got myself into a little situation. Over the course of building this ramp, you know how I have like the purple walls on the side of the Megaramp? So they got kind of messed up, and I'm gonna have to go back and fix that. Because there isn't another color that's exactly like the ones that I painted it, I'm gonna have to paint it the color that I did paint it. Unfortunately, I can't just bring some cans of spray paint into my house and just start spray painting away, or else I'll mess up other parts of the skate park where I don't want paint. I'm going to create a little pool of spray paint and then quickly run inside with the camera and then use that little pool of spray paint to fix the areas that I messed up. So hopefully it works. I've never done this before, but let's give it a try. The colors that I used were this like pink color, this purple color, and the exploded pink color. So I'm gonna make a little combination of all three colors in there because that's what the skate park is. And then I will paint it on. Bam. All right, let's run inside. Okay, I'm gonna place this down right here. It's gonna dry really quick, so I gotta do this fast. The camera died, but it looks a lot better than it just did. A little bit of paint went through that drip, but I can just go back and fix that. And yeah, it's time to remove the tape now. Tape is removed. Now it's time to do the white. The first step I gotta do with the white is put back some of the dots that I erased. So I've put on all the white dots that I need to, so now it looks like it's all blended together. Now the next step is to do the rest of the white, which is going to be like the white accent trim that I'm going to put all around the ramp. So let's do that. So I got pretty much the whole park taped up now. It's looking very good. And now it's time to paint it. Alright, I have just finished up painting the skate park with the white border. As you can see, it looks very cool, very cool. But now it's time to peel off the actual tape to see how it actually looks. take a minute and appreciate how nice this looks. So right now I'm gonna be fixing the top of the quarter pipe. As you can see, there's this like long brown strip, and honestly it looks kind of ugly. So what I'm gonna do to combat that is use some nice Undialed stickers. You guys can pick some stickers up at undialed.co. Actually, before I put on the stickers, I'm gonna sand away some of that extra paint up top. And because it's hanging over a little bit, I'm going to cut it out. Well, bam. So the next two things I'm gonna be doing is fixing this rail and also making this grass gap a little bit better. Awesome. Now the next step after that is to make this little grass gap. So for this next section, I'm gonna be covering up this really ugly line. See how it turns out. Undialed.co. Ow, this position sucks. Alright, I'm gonna let it dry. I'm gonna go over it again. This would be so much easier if it was just like on a sheet of paper, not on the side of a Fingerboard Megaramp. Paint in the marker. Bam! Oh, but you thought we were done? Psych. Ooh, what do you guys think? You think it looks good? Pretty hyped on it. Covered up that line pretty good. Can't even really tell it's there. Now it just looks like it's one single sheet. Next step is to install this rail. I mean, in theory, I only need one, but I'm gonna put all 6 in, just so it aesthetically looks better. Dang, that's solid in there. Super solid. Once again, the room is messy as heck. Oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. So I actually have some really sad news. Over the course of filming this video, a couple fish have passed away. There's been a few casualties. Apparently, like, when you put a whole bunch of new fish together all at once, they're gonna create like pneumonia or something in the tank, and I think that's what happened because just all of them kind of passed away one after another. Also, we put goldfish in the tank, and you're not supposed to mix like fancy fish with goldfish just because goldfish are so like gross. I had to take the goldfish out. They're not dead or anything, but for the sake of the fancy fish, I had to remove them. They were back at PetSmart. I returned them. As a result of the dead fish and the tank just being dirty from the goldfish, I had to clean it. So I'm in the midst of cleaning my fish tank right now because they've dirtied it all up. But we're gonna go carry this to the other room now. time to fill it up. So I just put the bucket up here so that way there wouldn't be any more. Moment of truth. Yeah. Oh, I was so worried that wasn't gonna fit perfect, but it does. Wow. Wow. Well, folks, she's in. All right, so let me like show you a little something cool. When you get to the fish, you just lift this up, and then lift this up, and you can feed them. Wow. After I got the tank in place, I went to Petco in the morning, and I picked out 2 new fancy fish that are for the fish tank. You ain't going nowhere, fishies. Hey, they're in. I now know the proper amount of fish that belong in this super tiny tank. It's no longer jam-packed with all sorts of fish. There's just the perfect amount in there. I think we could fit 1 more potentially. But these are the fish right now. I want you guys to help us out to name them. We got Mr. Red Shark. Well, he's a black shark, he has red fins. And he's actually a shark. That's like the crazy thing. He's in the same like family group as a shark. That's why he kind of looks like a shark. The next one is this, forgive me, I don't know the actual names of these fishes. The next one is this golden black one. What do you guys think his name should be? And finally, we have the trooper of the group. This guy is from all the way in round 1 of the first time getting fish. And what should this bluefish be called? Do you have any suggestions? Look at them go. They're so cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really stoked on how this fish tank and this whole Megaramp and everything just came out to be. I posted a picture of it earlier today on my Instagram, and there's been a few concerns about the noise being too much for the fish. Like if I do this, the noise will like make the fish all sad. So what I'm planning to do to combat this is if I open up this little hinge right here. So if you guys look, there's just these like rafters in here, and I thought if I could put like foam between the rafters, then maybe that will dampen the noise and the vibrations, and the fish will just be overall more happy. My whole original idea of this was basically to have not much going on in this section at all. So like, you could use that little quarter pipe and I guess annoy the fish, but you kind of have to be tall to get to it. Like, it's not like the small little gap you have to fill. Like it's kind of a tall area. So if you guys are small, you're not even be able to probably reach this up here. And also this is just flat. So majority of the sound that the fish are hearing is literally just like this sound. And then when you hit the Megaramp, usually, to be honest, start like right here and then go over it. So you're not even affecting the fish at all. And that's the only real spot that could generate sound, just because there's nothing on the flat surface. And then this whole section right here is a whole different table. I think the fish are pretty sweet. If I add those foam blocks in there, I don't think there'll be any noise complaints at all from the downstairs fish neighbors. Besides from that, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you guys want to check out some products, make sure you go to undialed.co. If you guys want to see some more fingerboarding content on Instagram, go to undialedfb. If you guys want to see me on Instagram, go to White Trash Willie. And I got a question for you guys. As you can see, the skate park is pretty empty still. There's still a lot of sections to do. What section do you guys want to see us do next? It might be a week or so before the next video, but keep your eyes peeled, because the next sections are just gonna get even more crazy. So this is the end of the battle, but it's the beginning of the war. We still have a lot more to do. So if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date with the progress of this fingerboard park. You don't want to be left behind. But anyway guys, I'm Will. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Peace out. It's time for fish drama.